What happens when Keanu Reeves meets a girl in need? A moment you'll never forget.
Where are you watching from? Let me know in comment box and subscribe for more interesting stories.
A small, family owned shoe store in a bustling city center. A rainy afternoon turns into a turning point for two people whose paths unexpectedly cross. The encounter. Shoe store, afternoon. The camera zooms in on a cozy, slightly outdated shoe store, its wooden floors creaking beneath the weight of a dozen shoes on display. The shelves are lined with rows of sneakers, boots, and sandals, a comforting mix of leather, canvas, and rubber. The rain outside taps softly against the windows. The sound of soft jazz music drifts through the air, adding to the peaceful atmosphere. At the counter, Sarah, a young girl in her early teens, stands nervously, holding a pair of sparkly pink shoes. She looks at them longingly, her fingers brushing over the glittering surface. However, her eyes betray the anxiousness she's feeling as she glances at the price tag and then at the cashier. Cashier. Cheerfully. Do you want to try them on? Sarah. Softly. Yeah, but I'm not sure. She glances over at the cash register, where the total cost for the shoes looms in her mind. It's clear she's not sure if she can afford them. She's only holding on to the shoes because they're the first pair that made her feel special. But the anxiety is palpable. The bell above the door chimes, and the door opens. Keanu Reeves, dressed casually in a black leather jacket, walks in with a soft smile. He looks around the store and notices Sarah standing there, her attention fixed on the shoes. He walks over to her, his calm presence instantly easing the tension in the room. Keanu, softly. Those are nice shoes. I can see why you're drawn to them. Sarah looks up, startled. She recognizes him immediately, but is too shy to respond. Sarah, softly. Thanks. I really like them, but they're a little too expensive. Keanu, with a knowing look, nods understandingly. Keanu. It's tough, isn't it? Wanting something, but not sure how to make it work. Sarah nods, trying to hide the disappointment on her face. Keanu smiles warmly. Keanu. Why don't you try them on anyway? Sometimes, when you try something on, you realize it's worth the stretch. Or maybe you find something even better. Sarah hesitates, but then slowly nods and heads toward the fitting area, taking the shoes with her. A conversation unfolds. Fitting area, continuous. Sarah carefully slips off her worn-out sneakers and tries on the pink shoes. They fit perfectly, but as she stands in front of the mirror, her smile fades. She can't bring herself to feel completely happy knowing the price. Sarah, to herself, I really wanted them, but I can't. Keanu steps into the fitting area, casually leaning against the doorframe. Keanu, softly. You know, when I was younger, I used to think that the things I wanted would make me happy. But the truth is, happiness doesn't always come from the things we buy. It often comes from moments like these, when you take a risk, or when you realize that sometimes the things that matter aren't the things we can buy at all. Sarah looks at him, a little confused, but intrigued. Say R-A-H. What do you mean? Keanu. Well, sometimes what we really want isn't the thing itself, but the feeling it gives us. Maybe it's not the shoes you need, but the confidence to wear them, or maybe something that makes you feel special. Sarah looks down at the shoes again, and this time, there's a slight shift in her expression. She isn't just staring at a pair of shoes anymore. She's considering the meaning behind her desire for them. Keanu smiles. Keanu. There's no harm in wanting something nice, but don't let it define your happiness. You can be happy without it, you know. Sarah's face brightens, though she's still uncertain. Sarah. But what if I just feel like I need them? Like, just for once? Keanu pauses for a moment, then takes a step toward her, his voice gentle but sincere. Keanu. Sometimes we think we need things to feel better, but happiness comes from believing in who you are, not in what you own. I've learned that over the years. I get it. Wanting something nice, something that makes you feel like you're seen, but you're already enough as you are. Sarah looks at him, her eyes filled with emotion. She seems to take in his words but still feels torn. Sarah. It's hard. I just want to feel special. Keanu, smiling warmly, you are special. But maybe you'll find that when you wear these shoes, you'll feel that feeling too. Not because of the shoes, but because you decided to choose them for you. There's a long, meaningful pause. Sarah looks back at the shoes on her feet, and for the first time, she seems to truly see herself wearing them. Confident, hopeful. A surprising gesture. Shoe store, later. Keanu watches Sarah thoughtfully, and then a surprising thing happens. He steps forward and pulls out his wallet. Keanu, quietly, how about I help you out with the shoes? You've got the right spirit. You deserve them. Sarah's eyes widen. She shakes her head quickly, a mix of shock and disbelief. Sarah, no, I couldn't ask you to do that. You don't need to. Keanu smiles gently, his expression kind. Keanu, sometimes a little help is all someone needs. You've got a good heart. Let me make sure you get what you deserve. Sarah's eyes well up with tears, overwhelmed by the kindness. She opens her mouth to protest, but her words catch in her throat. The cashier watches the scene unfold with a warm smile, not interrupting. Cashier, shaking her head, chuckling. It's rare to see someone like him these days, a real hero. Sarah, still speechless, accepts the shoes with trembling hands. Keanu walks up to the counter, pays for the shoes, and turns back to her. Keanu, smiling. Take them. Wear them proudly and know that you're already amazing. Sarah stands there, eyes wide with gratitude. She hugs the shoes to her chest. Sarah, softly, thank you. Thank you so much. You've really made my day. Keanu, you're welcome. Go out there and show the world what you've got. Shoe store, night. Keanu walks out of the store, his expression still serene and thoughtful. The rain has stopped and the city streets glow with a soft after-rain sheen. Sarah, now holding the box with her new shoes, steps outside behind him. She pauses for a moment, looking down at the shoes, then at Keanu's retreating figure. She feels lighter somehow, like she's walking into a new chapter of her life, not because of the shoes, but because of the belief Keanu helped her find in herself. As she heads down the street, she stops for a moment, glancing at her reflection in a store window. For the first time in a long while, she smiles at her own reflection, feeling proud and content with who she is. A final shot of Sarah walking down the street, the soft glow of the city lights surrounding her, the shoes carrying her into a future filled with new possibilities. A voiceover from Keanu. Keanu, happiness doesn't come from what you wear. It comes from how you walk through the world, knowing you are enough. The end.